going on, guys? This is Evade coming to you with a quick little video about my Shock Amara build that is specifically designed to be pretty good in the Slaughter Shaft. I know this build is already very much popular and public, but my viewers requested a video about it, and so I thought, why not? I'm just gonna upload it to my YouTube channel. Now, essential for this build is the Brainstormer, which is going to be our main weapon. You should look for a double Brainstormer, which does damage times 14, as you can see right here. Also essential is the Face Circle Glass mod, because it's just the best glass mod and it reduces your action skill cooldown rate by a lot and increases your weapon damage at the same time. You should look for stats like weapon damage, shotgun damage, or Hyperion critical hit damage on this Face Circle Glass mod. And last but not least, the electric banjo or banjo is also pretty important, because in addition to the chain lightning that the Brainstormer does, the electric banjo does even more chain lightning, which, as you will see later on, is pretty insane. And for shields, we have the Transformer, which is anointed in my case, but you don't need that anointment. It's pretty good. And the Transformer is just my favorite shield in all of Borderlands 3. We have a recurring Hex equip, but we probably never gonna use it. And for anointed enemies, like the goons and the shield ones and stuff, you would need a fire weapon, I guess, but the Cutsman I found to be the best fire weapon on Amara or in general in Circle of Slaughter. Now, for the skills, this is pretty much necessary, those two skills in the green skill tree, because one, it increases our damage, the personal space, first of all, and Clarity gives us a nice little boost when we are low to our health regen. And the most important part is that we unlock the corrosive action skill augment, or I guess element, not augment, which will allow our Brainstormer to deal corrosive damage when we have infusion. And I've put like 5 points into infusion. I know it's not the best kind of skill, because it doesn't give you any benefits. It just converts some of your weapon damage into corrosive. You could avoid that by having a double Brainstormer with the anointed bonus to have like extra corrosive damage after your action skill added to it. But it's just more consistent with this skill, because you don't need to use your action skill in order for the Brainstormer to do acid damage or corrosion damage. These two are no-brainers, so is this, because they increase your damage by a lot, especially with the Brainstormer. This gives us a little bit more magazine, not that necessary, but I mean, why not? Ties that bind and indiscriminate are here to distribute the damage even more, because we already have two items that give us chain lightning, and ties that bind plus indiscriminate are just responsible for doing even more AoE damage and chain damage and stuff. And this is just for survival, because we need some kind of health regen. The blue skill tree is also pretty much straightforward, easy to understand. We need reload speed. This is pretty good just because the effect chance gets boosted by it. The Restless is pretty good to have ties that bind always up. Transcend increases our critical hit damage, no-brainer. This one is also really necessary, because if you have ties that bind and stillness of mind, if you face grasp one enemy, all the enemies around it that are connected with the ties that bind effect get phase locked too. You will see that in the gameplay later on, but I mean, yeah, they get phase locked too, and this one is also really, really good because of this. Because once they are damaged, the extra phase grasp mobs, they will instantly drop down, but not if you have this one skilled, because this one says that Stillness of Mind breaks 0.75 seconds after being damaged. Doesn't seem like a lot at first, but those 0.75 seconds are actually really necessary for defensive measures. So we have Laid Bear and Wrath also put points into, because that's also a no-brainer. Yeah, it just increases our damage by 65% when we phase locked an enemy, which we will do all the time with this build. I also already explained the green skill tree. I'd say let's just hop into some gameplay. I'm gonna shut up for the rest of the video. If you liked the video, you can leave a like. If not, tell me why you didn't. See you later, alligator. Evade, signing out.
Madhouse! It's gonna be a fucking madhouse out there! Fuck yeah!
Shoot that one and thank me later. See that? Oh, grave digger. You're welcome.
Wave complete! Fuck yeah! Calypso's will protect me!
Yeah, you can I can feel you. Already forgot about you.
That
Got one ready for you. You're so good.
Gang righteous!
So, as you could already tell, during this one round of Slaughter Shaft, I even forgot to wait long enough in order for the game to hotfix itself and update to the newest update. So I basically just had a round of the worst you can have, because this was a round full of anointed enemies prior to the hotfix to Slaughter Shaft, which made it easier. So even with all those anointed enemies, which are highly resistant against shock damage, the Brainstormer and this build keeps you alive and damages through all the enemies. Like I said, when the hotfix is applied, this is way easier and way more effective. We also have less corrosive damage, which halves 40% of our damage with the Brainstormer, and the enemies had more health. So yeah, like I already said, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you don't, tell me why. Have a nice day, have a good one. See you later. Evade, signing out.